Hey there, welcome back to our Tibet campaign, where in the previous episode, our ruler ended up passing away at a relatively young-ish age and took all of our stability with her. And now we are in a bit of a pickle. We're in a bit of a jam where our stability is just absolutely in the toilet right now. And we've got a few provinces that are rebelling, so we're going to have to deal with that. And this entire situation is very much self-inflicted, I will admit. It was all for that one mission that we did a while ago. It was all for that, and probably not the best use of like expansion and aggressive expansion and what have you. But yeah, it is what it is. We're gonna have to deal with it. We're gonna have to put these rebellions down. We're gonna have to somehow get our stability up. Hopefully we don't have too many disloyal people. Right now we have this young woman here who is a pretender for the throne. So that's a bit of an issue. And she's also, even though her loyalty is 0, I mean, we really don't have that many people in the royal family that... Yeah, we just don't have that many people in the royal family right now. So even though her loyalty is 0, do I want to just like marry her off to someone? Maybe like this guy. This guy, he's 75. He's gonna die soon anyway. Doesn't matter with this guy. You're 30 years old. Poor health. You're 20, which is in her age group. What if I married you? Okay. That doesn't increase her loyalty. I don't know if that's a good thing, but like hopefully they just start having kids and because we need more people in the family right now, because the few people that we do have, like you're 43, okay, you're not you should be last a while longer. You're 60, but you are in perfect health. So yeah, we just need more people in the royal family right now. And even though Qin hasn't helped us once and we haven't helped them once, I'm not sure what this relationship is, but I'm gonna call them in. Hopefully they help us put out this fire a little bit that we've inflicted upon ourselves. So I'm going to start raising just a few levies. I'm not going to call my big stack just in case like Maori or someone comes knocking. I don't think they will. They do have a claim on me, but I mean, they're still, they're not planning our demise or anything, so it should be okay. Yeah, and I also want to continue working on these missions here. We still got to work on the Western Way. We're rather close. We're a little close. Once my leader, where is she? Once she gets this, I'm going to have her go and grab this trait right here. Then after that, I might go into like civic focus or something and start picking up some like pop growth or something. I kind of like to bounce around a bit, to be honest. I mean, oratory's not bad too. Ooh, yeah, that increases legitimacy. That would be really nice. Diplomatic reputation, monthly stability change, even though she doesn't really have much of an oratory skill at all. But we're not going to worry about that right now. So why don't we maybe focus on some of these rebellions? You can maybe go up here, and you can come over here. You're already on your way there. I'm going to unpause it. Let him complain. Turbulent priest. High priest Artavan Wearan has made it clear to the priesthood that he can no longer tolerate our ruler's godless impiety. Without the support of the priesthood, the people will start to believe that Tingsami Spa does not have the support of the gods, which would harm our legitimacy. Yeah, I'm going to make a large donation. I don't want my legitimacy to go down. He's already rather disloyal. He's not particularly powerful, but I think it's probably a good idea to have our high priest person on our side, at least somewhat. We have the gold for it anyway. Our economy's like doing okay, despite all the mess here. And hopefully on the next month tick, or the 2 months from now, I'm going to perform another divine sacrifice Let's see, you guys, what are you on right now? You're on shock action. Okay, that should be good enough. Hopefully this is a stack wipe. It is. Yeah, we got some barbarians to deal with too. Chin, are you doing anything? You're not really. Hugie looks like they're coming in. No, actually they're not. They're just kind of standing around. Okay, well, we'll see what happens there. And we'll probably have some more provincial rebellions too. I mean, we got some more coming here. Yeah, minus, like Beishan is minus 0.55. That's pretty bad. But I'm going to perform Divine Sacrifice, so our stability will start to trend upward a little bit faster. This siege is going okay. Where's Jing Yu's soldiers? They're right over here. Their armies are heading out over here. They'll probably hit this up. Hey, the Qin is coming in. You guys want to take out those barbarians? Go for it. Oh, they're actually heading up into the Huji's land. That's probably a bad idea for them. Well, Huji's coming down now. And we have more barbarians hitting us up here. But I'm not dealing with the barbarians right now. I am totally focused on these rebellions. Our stability is now over 10, which is really nice. And now I'm sure, yeah, you are content in life. So I'm going to have you go on proving legitimacy. Popularity is still, yeah, it's not particularly high. Okay, this is actually a decent event. Disagreement on the highest level. This guy, a man of sound reputation, and this lady, a noble one of great virtue, have recently started to spar furiously whilst attending the court. Such behavior is unbecoming of this stature. However, we have been called upon to take a side in this latest conflict. Rather than take, I mean, neither of them are particularly disloyal, but I'm definitely going to take the popularity. Plus 15 to popularity. So that's nice. That at least we're not like... At least we're somewhat popular. Be nice if we could finish this siege sooner rather than later. But Beishan, yeah, it is going down fast. Our aggressive expansion, at the very least, it's not as much of an issue now. It's gone down rather nicely. There we go. So that's one down. One down. Why don't you head over here? Hopefully we can get them before they take this out. You guys have plenty of food, so you're not going to starve. Hopefully we can get there before they finish this siege. But knowing the AI, they probably won't. Yeah, that is such a typical AI. Whatever. Okay, fine. Whatever. That is such a typical AI role right there. You know, you guys could... Oh, they don't. They actually... The AI deleted its fort in here. So that'll actually make taking this back a little bit easier. And it looks like this territory that used to belong to Bactria has been swallowed up by a couple of tribes here. Bactria is back down to what it was, I think, originally at the start of the game. That would be a nice war goal for us at some point. But I still want to, like, I want to take these guys here. I kind of want to snake upward into here. Though the idea of bordering the Qin kind of terrifies me, because that's probably when they'll turn on me, I'm sure. We don't border each other technically right now, so they're not really looking towards my lands of expansion. Yeah, they're just they're causing some damage to us right now. They're gonna take a couple of pops here. Yeah, they just took some pops. That hurts. So we're going to take this. 2 pops died. Really? We're going to kill our own people? Okay, I think I'm just gonna assault this. There we go. So, now, okay, I am going to pause it here and take everything. That gives us aggressive expansion? Really? Oh, man. Okay. Fine. I will just, reduce the aggressive expansion as much as I can. Disband the levies. And, yeah, where else? What's the next provincial rebellion? Probably Beishan. It's probably Beishan. So why don't you head up here, go over to this province here, and we'll just wait for it to happen. Okay, so how about our ruler here? When's the next time? You're somewhat close. You're somewhat close. Maurya is at war. Well, with these guys here, this looks like a provincial rebellion. Well, we just gotta sit tight, I think, for now, and try to build as much as we can, maybe in our home areas here. We do have some nobles in here. Okay. Maybe I'll build I'll build a academy in here for now. Do we have a city over here? Oh, we actually have a decent amount of pops in here. I will build a noble district in here as well. Try to get more of our pops becoming nobles. Kalinga, Kalinga, you are at war with a major Kalingan revolt. Okay. Yeah, we got some more provincial rebellions happening up over here in the province of Isik. Minister of Excellence, Likmikia Owo, in a fine display of financial acumen, has made significant alterations to the national budget. We should expect to see much better revenue this year. Should we let him keep it for himself, increase his loyalty, or should we, for the next 2 years, get a national tax bonus of +10? I think I will. And also, I'm going to reduce fort maintenance just to get a little bit more cash. We're making almost 20, after this month tick, I'll say we're making almost 20 gold per month. Tribal chief, where? Up here in Huji, offers friendship. We have received an envoy sent by tribal chief, that guy, ruler of our ally Huji. He offers our ruler Rani Tingsami his personal friendship. There is no doubt that strong connections ensure reliable allies. I mean, it's not a bad idea to have him as our friend. But I doubt even if I didn't go with that, I'm sure they're not going to break this alliance. They obviously want us as their allies. I think I'm going to say we don't need their friendship, just because, even though they've helped us out. Just higher popularity right now is really useful. And we're very close to getting our second military tradition once it maxes out. Go to Tibetan ones here. I think I might go for Fortress Pass here. That'll increase our fort defense even more. Or do I want to go, let's see. I could increase our heavy infantry or light infantry. I could buff up our infantry. I mean, you know, I will at some point, obviously. The only thing I'm confused about is why don't I have access to the Himalayan ones? It says we begin the game with access to these traditions. This is due to the state culture of Tibet is Tibetan. But then it says we have studied their ways of war using the cultural decision. Is that the Tokharians? Shanma? I mean, I don't know. That doesn't show up for the Tokharians. Weird. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there. But it would be nice, because 4 innovations right there. Uh-oh. Twisting the knife. Tingsama, spotted for reasons unknown only unto herself, have begun to view this guy with jealousy and distrust. Even having them in the same room as one another is bound to result in hostility. So she's made a rival for herself. This guy, who is relatively influential. It's not ideal. Okay, so now we can now get a military tradition here. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with fortress passes here, like so. So now our capital is quite well fortified here. We will have to replace our high priest. I'll do it with this guy. Scandalous Dominus, while the occasionally rakish and loose tendencies of Gon are well known throughout the upper circles of Kyunglung, no one was quite prepared for the appalling slew of allegations leveled at him of late. There are growing rumors of terrible indecencies perpetrated on slaves at debauched gatherings honoring the god of wine, where Gon and his lewd entourage exhibit and debase their latest acquisitions from the Emporia of Saparang. Gon denies everything in the most stringent terms, claiming the tales to be lies engineered by his political opponents. The gossip is backed by several witnesses who claim to have been besmirched by Gon personally, slaves and virtuous citizens across Zhangzhung, all demanding government-sanctioned justice to deter these excesses, and we can no longer ignore the situation. Okay, we could conduct a fair trial here, or a token inquiry, or just say to hell with it. Let's see this guy, though. He is rather corrupt. That's worth taking into consideration. He's greedy, uncaring, rash, sarcastic, and he has arthritis. Well, aside from the arthritis, like, none of those are particularly favorable traits. Yeah, you know, maybe I'll look into it. He's not powerful at all. So even if I piss him off, even if it doesn't go well, you know, it'll be fine, really. Why don't you go into looking for scheming for legitimacy again? Trial developments, although there is still much work to be done gathering testimony and exploring the specific crimes, both religious and temporal, that Gon may have committed. Preliminary findings point heavily to his guilt. While the investigation is not complete, some have suggested that Gon be prematurely detained in order to ensure he does not try to escape justice, although this will undoubtedly distress the Owo family even more. Yeah, they're not particularly, I mean, like, especially the head of the family, he's not particularly loyal. That's our rival, isn't it? Yeah, we're just going to leave no stone unturned. Justice will be done. Okay, what's the next province to rebel? Are we thinking here? It's definitely, I think it's going to be Beishan. Why don't you move right up here? Scandal draws to close. After several weeks of gathering testimony, it has become clear that even the wildest rumors circulating in Kyunglang hardly scratch the surface of this wickedness perpetuated by Gon, who has committed unspeakable horrors in the name of the God of the Dead. Countless witnesses have come forward, from household slaves to Kadamites, and the mountain of evidence cannot be dismissed as mere calumny. Having consulted with the most senior religious and juridical experts, there is no doubt that Gon is heinously guilty in the eyes of the law and the God of the sky both. Yesterday, the high priest joined near all else in baying for his blood. We must now decide what to do with Gon. A lenient punishment will not be viewed favorably by the slaves, but if we are too harsh, we risk alienating the entire Owo family. A ruined reputation and a fine will deter these lecherous excesses. So we could just say that we would get a citizen happiness and slave happiness throughout the entire kingdom for the next 10 years, as well as getting 50 gold. Sweet. And the Owo family would lose 35 prestige. he would lose more loyalty and become disloyal, but he's not particularly powerful at all, so it wouldn't matter. We could imprison him, which would cause every member of the Owo family to lose 10 loyalty. That sounds kind of, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go with that one. I think I'm going to go with this. This seems like the safer option. So I'll go with that. So now we got quite a few disloyal people here. That's, yeah, bit of an issue. Mercenaries, why don't you go up there? And, even though we can't declare war on anybody right now because our stability's so low, I think I'm just going to summon the War Council for now and see what we can get. We could get a claim on Bactrian lands. That might be something we want to do. Or do we want to just go for these guys right here? Let's see. Do we don't already have a claim on them, I don't think, do we? No, we don't already have a claim on Bactria. I was kind of thinking maybe this might be a decent little war to have, just to, like, I don't know, clean up the border gore a little bit. But two of our guys want to go after Bactria. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We'll get a claim on Bactria. Kalinga, what's going on with you guys? You are still dealing with that. It's looking like it's going okay. How many soldiers? How many troops do they have here? About 10,000 there. That's about all I'm seeing. And you have guys that are kind of just standing around, not doing anything. I don't know. I don't get it. Parthia, you are in a lot of trouble, it looks like. Who are you at war with now? Parthia is not having their best game. It's just a complete mess out here. We do, as a matter of fact, have another Diplo spot that we could use. We could use it on something. If we wanted to. Guessing not Maurya, right? Yeah. We can look towards Cambodia here. I don't want to do someone like this who is bordering Maurya. Or like this, rather. Because that would be a bad way. We could just get roped into a war with Maurya that way. You guys. I wouldn't think you. Okay, so now we're going to be able to do our mission for or complete one of our missions finally. So I'm going to get this. This will give us a free provincial investment. I will once again use it on the province of Suvarnagotra. And we'll get another trade route. And this will allow us to trade for stone. Another stone in this area. And we've got the resources. We've got the PI. We've got the gold. We've got the manpower. Speaking of that, actually manpower, we should move continue our migrations in here. And like so. And we'll colonize this area here. Then we will be able to employ another governor in here because I believe, yeah, this is part of Liang. Oh, no, we already have people in Liang. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. All right. Well, at the very least, we'll have to deal with this provincial rebellion very soon. But also, we'll finally be able to complete our roads that we are constructing throughout Tibet here. They're not connected yet, but I think... See, the Western Way builds roads up this way, but I think the Grand Tibetan Road yeah, connects through here. And what do we need for that? I think it's just, we just need the gold, political influence, and manpower. That's it. Like, there's no other things. In here, we're going to need a legion. But that's going to be a little ways away because we need to let our stability recover first. So this provincial rebellion should happen after this month tick. Right here. Okay. So I'm going to have you guys go in. And we just got this commercial ventures here. Well, why don't we cancel this wood and horse trade route? We'll trade for some stone. And there we go. And I believe, yep, okay, beautiful. We can now do the Western way. Let's go back up here. And just quickly finish this little rebellion right here. Granaries raided. We have received word from local officials of the province of Jiuquan that several important provincial food stockpiles have been looted by malcontents owing to the contempt for the government across the area. This lady here, some people really don't like her. It seems they hope to make tensions worse by forcing a hungry people into action. In any case, it will not be cheap to replace the stolen goods. We've got plenty of gold, to be honest. Yeah, I guess I'll just replace it. I don't feel like spending the political influence or the manpower, so I'll just spend the gold, and that increases her loyalty, which is nice. Did we finish this? Yeah, we did. We finished this noble district, so why don't I build some more academies? And here, what do I want to go for? More income. How is our income looking right now? 18.5. Why don't I go for culture happiness here? Just trying to make people a little bit happier. And in the meantime, actually, now that I have a decent amount of gold, I think, yeah, I am going to build a great temple in here just to increase, to get the conversion going a little bit faster and also increasing the loyalty a little bit too. So what is the next? This place looks like it's going to be probably the next one here. Wusung. Yeah, that's likely the case. Oh! And we're also at war with Jushi. Okay. Then maybe I will, let's see, I'll raise these guys here. And you go in and just take this real quick. Untiring Devotion, I will take the stability. We're up to 25. We're slowly recovering. It's a lot better than what it was. Let's see, what is the population? Population happiness minus 23.88%. I think at the start of the episode it was like minus 46 or something. Pretty brutal. Okay, so you can just sit on that for now. These soldiers don't look like they're going to be doing anything, so yeah. And Kalinga, you're still dealing with this. Okay, looks like you've got that under control. Bumbling Burger. In the dead of night, Kiapa'o scaled the walls of the abode belonging to Tingsama Spa. What he failed to recognize, perhaps, was that Tingsama herself was indulging in a late-night wine tasting session with a few of her closest friends. Needless to say, Kiapa came to the senses after being pitched from the nearest balcony. Good riddance. Okay. It's a little scary. People are after my leader right now. Are you still scheming? No. So you must have, well, I'm still going to have you go for legitimacy for now. And then probably after that, I'll have you go back into scheming for political influence. That siege is now finished. That's nice. And we'll just deal with this little rebellion right here. Here we are. How is this coming along? This is almost done. I think once this is done, we'll probably put a cut in there. Okay. That's it, right? Oh no. It's down here as well. Okay. Shoot. Well, okay, why don't you go up here, deal with these guys. Yeah, okay. I think maybe then I'll just put a pause in here, put a cut in here once this ends, and then next episode we'll finish this off. I didn't see this go along with it. Accident in Ozola. We have been told of a major industrial accident at the extensive works in the vicinity of Ozola in Fergana. Stone is the main export of the city, and it seems the knuckleheads in charge of the site allowed parts of the structural supports to fall into neglect as they tried to keep up with high demand. A huge collapse all but wiped out the working shift of slaves, and the owners have become groveling to the provincial authorities for compensation to help with re-establishing production. The slaves themselves are none too happy with the loss of their friends and family, and naturally cagey about returning to work in such conditions. Without significant repairs, there is no way production can be maintained at anywhere near the previous levels, and the slaves are bound to cause problems without a show of goodwill. Okay, so we can compensate the owners and ensure decent working conditions. That will cost us 150 gold, and that will give us popularity as well as the governor's loyalty. We would gain citizen happiness, and slave happiness. We could just only cover the repair costs, which would be about just half as much as in gold. We won't gain any popularity for it though, and we'll lose slave happiness. And we could just say there will be no handouts, which is basically everyone will be upset. And we could say, for pity's sake, seize the property and compensate the slaves. This option is available due to your character's good character. We would lose a bit of popularity. We would lose the loyalty over the governor. We would gain tyranny, lose money, and the only thing we would gain is slave happiness. Well, we've got the money for it, so I guess I'll just compensate the slaves for their troubles. Okay. Oh, okay, here we go. So the Western Way, although it was difficult to work for our engineers deep in the Western Mountains, they have completed what we have commanded to be done, and now have a long stretch of roads that have been built between Gilgit and Ladakh. Trade is already beginning to flourish in the region now that our merchants can reach the most distant settlements. Sweet! Okay, so now let's take a look at that. Oh, we've got a little bit of a road network happening there. So now we can do the Grand Tibetan Road, which would connect this whole region up. And that will also take 365 days to do. So I might as well start that now. And yeah, I think I'm just going to put a cut in here for now. I'll have you finish that siege and probably head down as well. I don't see any of their troops, and yeah, okay. But this episode has been decent. We took a good step in recovering our stability. Our aggressive expansion is pretty much not an issue anymore, and it looks like for the most part, our young queen over here, she's kind of stabilized the country for a good chunk of it. Anyways, she entered into a rough situation, but looks like she's recovering pretty well. We just got to keep stamping out these provincial rebellions, and the higher our stability gets, it looks like these are becoming a little bit more manageable. But next episode, we will take care of that even more. We might even expand out in here or into Bactria. We'll see. And stay tuned for that. And stick around for the next one. Take care.